Yes everybody, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today is Notts County away. It's the big one for most teams in this league and I absolutely can't wait. We travel to the oldest team in the English Football League, hoping to get all 3 points. With Notts County being in brilliant form, however, it's going to have to be a massive shift from all the lads. My score prediction is a 2-1 Vale win. It definitely isn't going to be easy. In fact, probably our toughest game so far this season, or maybe on par with Doncaster, because that was a very tough game and they'll be up there come the end of the season. But I'm confident and I think that we will be able to get over the line despite the disappointment against Colchester this Tuesday. But first is my football. I've got my really healthy breakfast from the shop and yeah, we're ready to smash that out and then get on the road to Notts County. Up the Vale, come on. Okay, so the game is done, finished 5-0, big win by the boys. Now we are on our way to Meadow Lane now, and just a bit about the opposition. Of course, this is my first trip to Meadow Lane, a ground which was opened in 1910. So quite a relatively new ground considering how old Notts County are as a club. They've only lost 1 game so far this season, and that was at home to Gillingham, so the home record isn't actually as good as their away record, which is good of course because we're away. Now here's the interesting one. Their best player statistically and by their average rating on FOTMob, Jody Jones is out with a broken leg, which is absolutely massive for Vale. Of course, I say, would we have been able to handle him? You'll never know because he's out. But it's a big loss for Notts County. Of course, he's racked up 4 goals and 3 assists so far in his first 6 games in the league as a fullback as well. So that is some statistic. I always struggle pronouncing that word for some reason. That is some statistic, considering, of course, he is a fullback. Now, another interesting fact about the opposition today: they have the most average possession. So overall, in all the league games, they've had the most possession in the league with 63.6% possession, which is quite a crazy stat, and it reflects on their league position as well. Vale actually find themselves in 5th in that sort of statistic with 53%, so we're not doing bad either. Last time we did beat Notts County was back in 2015 with a 1-0 win, courtesy of a goal from Mark Marshall, which was actually at Meadow Lane as well. Now, FOTMob's predicted lineup for Notts County, of course we don't know yet because the time is currently 1:30, but predicted lineup will be a 3-4-2-1 for the Magpies, I think they're called. Yeah, I think that's their nickname. And a player to look out for, Alisana Jatta, I think that's how you pronounce his name, the Gambian striker, currently with 4 goals and 2 assists in the league, all from open play as well, so no penalties included in that statistic. Now that we have got the analysis for the opposition out of the way, let's get on to the Vale. So for the Vale then, an interesting fact that I've actually found out today is that we've scored 14 goals, which isn't a bad statistic. You know, that gets, for where we are, we've played 6 games, maybe 7 games I think it might be actually in the league. We've scored 14 goals, so that's 2 a game. If it is 7, it's not a bad record. 6 of them, so almost half of them goals, have come from set pieces. In fact, half of them have, because that's not including penalties. Half of our goals have come from set pieces, which I don't really know how to feel about that, to be honest. I don't know if that's a good thing because we're taking advantage of the set pieces, or if it's a bad thing because we're not scoring as many goals from open play. Like you see Notts County, I think 14 of their 17 goals have been from open play, something ridiculous like that. So I don't know how to take that statistic, you know, but scoring goals at the end of the day, so I guess it's a positive. Our top performer on average, according to FotMob, is Ben Garrity with a 7.33 average rating. I'm not sure on that personally. Brandon Cover does come just in behind with an average rating of 7.32, which I think is more deserved than Ben Garrity. If I'm honest, I don't think he's been at his best. However, of course, he is playing out of position, as everybody knows. But, see, I think Ethan Chislett's been up there as one of our best performers. Kyle John, I think, has probably been by far our best on average so far this season. I think Deborah's been brilliant as well. Hall has had a good start to the season, so I think FotMob are being a bit harsh on some of them players, but of course a lot of it goes on statistics as well, and Ben Garrity does have 2 goals and an assist, so you can see why they're slightly swaying towards Ben Garrity as our top performer. Here is my lineup then. So here's how I would be happy if we lined up today. Just a pre-warning, there's no judge bias just because he went off injured against Colchester, so I'm going to assume that he's out. I don't know anything on that, by the way, that's just a complete guess. Ripley in goal, back 3 of Hennigan, Hall and Jesse Deborah. 2 wing backs in Kyle John and Sang. A holding midfielder in Ryan Crowsdale. Garrity, and I want to push Garrity on. I just don't think we're utilising one of the best players in the league, holding him slightly deeper. With then Tallarge and Stockley leading the line up front. I think Tallarge has been really hard done by being left out for Anton Hackford, who has been underwhelming in the last 2 home games, to say the least. So I think it is right to get the big Swiss back into the starting 11. A bit off topic, by the way, guys, but usually if by game week 7 or 8 I've sort of gone off FPL, Premier League, fantasy football, or sort of lost interest in it, but I'm really into it this season, like really into it. I want you to rate my team. I've used my wild card this week. Just have a look at that team. What are our thoughts on that, by the way? I think that is a cracking team. I'm really happy with that team, to be fair. It's got goal scorers, good back line. Yeah. Comment down below what you think of that and any changes you'd like to see me make to my fantasy team. I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing where I check in with my fantasy team to you guys, or whenever it's an away game, which I vlog. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think and any changes you'd like to see me make. Okay then, so it is bang on 2 o'clock, which only means one thing, and that is team news. Now, compare this to what I wanted to go with. I haven't looked at this, by the way. First, I've looked. We start with Connor Ripley in goal, Connor Hall, Ben Garrity, Ronan Curtis, Rory Patton comes back into the side, which is good. Ryan Crowsdale, Lauren Tollarge, Jesse Deborah, Jack Shorrock. That's interesting. Kyle John and Brandon Cover. Stockley dropped. Wow. That's bold. With Ben Amos, Ben Hennigan, Stockley on the bench. Tom Sang dropped. Ethan Chislett dropped. Rico Richards and Jason Lowe. So no Anton Hackford, which I don't want to be harsh on him, but I can't say I'm unhappy with. Chizzy and Stockley, particularly Sang, can feel really hard done to, I feel like. Particularly Sang, I think he's had a brilliant start to the season, considering where he was come the end of last season, where he was very nearly on the brink of leaving the Vale. Okay then, so we have arrived in Nottingham, hopefully for a big Vale performance. Come on, Vale! Here we go then, into the ground we go. Oh my. Beautiful ground. We're in the ground now. It's been absolute mayhem, should I say, to get in. But the teams are in the tunnel. The atmosphere is very good in the away end, and we are ready to rock and roll. Come on, the Vale.
Please marshal onto the pitch the teams. Fighters from Port Vale and the world's oldest professional football club, MEADOW.
We're about to get in to kick off now. If you're watching on the club website, course highlights are shown. If you're watching on my channel, no highlights will be shown because the EFL. But I'll try and get as much information across through commentary. Anything that big that happens, I include, I'll just blur it. But we're about to kick off now. Atmosphere is very good. Unfortunately, couldn't actually sit where I was meant to sit because no one sat where I meant to sit. So just plonked ourselves next to some familiar faces and we're ready to go. Come on, just quickly before we do get into the game, however, I have been nominated again for the final of the Football Content Awards, this time in two categories: Best Young Content Creator and Best Football League Podcast. So if you could please vote for me by doing the video is an example of how to vote. So if you could please vote for me, the link will be in the description. That would be massively appreciated. I think the deadline to vote is like the 14th of, it's the day after MK Dons, so whatever date that is. Thank you so much for all your support. Here we go then. We're a good 15 minutes or so in, and so far, just like I said before and just like the stats suggested, Notts County have definitely dominated possession, but we've defended well so far. Go on, to Lodge! Creeps into the back of the net and puts Vale 1-0 up here inside the first 25 minutes. It hasn't been the best of starts, but we've got 1-0 up now. Come on. A minute or so left to try and see this half out. There we go, half time. Okay, so it's half time here at Meadow Lane. The score is 1-0 to Port Vale, courtesy of a Laurent Tallarge goal. Now, Of course, our game plan is to nullify the possession that Notts County are going to have. Patton is working really hard, in fairness to him, up front and doing his job. Of course, Notts County are going to have the main share of possession, which again I said in the start of the video, and they are doing. But what we're doing is we're dealing with it, and we're dealing with it very, very well.
I wouldn't say we've rode a luck, but I think we're fortunate to be leading at half-time from the only shot we've had, but they've not really threatened as such either. I was a bit surprised at the team selection because Stockley to me is the main man this season, so I was surprised that he wasn't on. However, Moore's vindicated because we're winning 1-0 at half-time, so I'm not going to argue with the manager, but I was surprised at the team selection.
Do you think maybe, and I was surprised as well, but do you think maybe because we're trying to press them, because of the possession they're going to have, the pattern is maybe more suitable than Stockley?
Yeah, possibly, because Peyton's more energetic than Stockley, so maybe bring Stockley on in the last 20, but I think we're fortunate to be winning.
First half, it's pretty good in general, yeah, but just laying off them a bit too much. The wingers too far away from their wingers, to be honest, and the midfield's sitting too deep. So they're right on top of the defence, so they can't get out. But in general, it's all right. We just need to score another goal, be safe, like.
Definitely, yeah.
The right fitness.
We defended well. I thought Tourage played well after the first 10 minutes. He looked a bit lost, but as soon as he started playing and putting the ball to him, he held it up well.
What was the emotions like when we scored?
Oh, absolutely mental, yeah. But I think we need to keep a cool head in the second half and defend well and hopefully catch these on the break. I don't know if we're going to bring Stockley. Is he on the bench? Is he on the bench?
Yes, he is, yeah.
Yeah, bring him on like 15 minutes into the second half and then go from there.
Well, I thought we were pretty poor, to be honest. I mean, lost the ball too many times, and thought Ben Garrity, he hadn't really shown up this first half, but we'll see. But, you know, these are a good side, they can punish us. They've had plenty of good chances, but we're 1-0 up, so who cares?
Well, I didn't even realise the second half had kicked off, but we're already a minute in. Notts County shot, headed away by Hall for a corner. We're in about 56 minutes into the game, and we are soaking up a lot of pressure, which you can't do for a full half. You just can't do it. Defender and scoring 1-2. Here comes Jaden Stockley on for Rory Patton, and it also looks like Nico Richards, who's he on for? Ronan Curtis. About 10 minutes or so left of the game, and I don't want to jinx anything, but a really, really professional performance from start to finish. We've just got a big 10 minutes now to try and see the game out. Brilliant attendance by us. Minutes left of added time. Kyle John has just gone down and looks really badly hurt. Looks to be holding his groin, so hopefully he's all right. And it's just a bit of maybe an impact, or maybe even just trying to waste a bit of time. Hopefully. John giving it the big end to the Notts County fans. Well in, lads. Dale. Nottingham Forest flag. That is absolutely class. Okay, so we're outside the ground now, and honestly, what a result that is against a very good Notts County side as well. First half, we got our goal, we got what we needed, and second half, we managed to absolutely, I won't say the word, but you know, it ends in a house, you know what I'm implying. We managed to outseat the last 45 minutes of the second half, and usually it don't work, and I said it in my vlog that it isn't going to work, but it has, and we've done it absolutely brilliantly. That's a classic example of how to go and snatch 3 points, and we've absolutely done it today, and it's positive signs, and it's signs of a team that, you know, are up there come the end of the season, and in the automatics, I think that's where we've got to be aiming for. I think playoffs is a little bit too unambitious. I think going off of today's game and other results previous, definitely aiming for them automatics. Just a massive thank you for watching the video. As usual, if you did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. As I said earlier in the vlog, if you could go and vote for me in the Young Content Creator Award and the Best Podcast Football League, then that would be really appreciated. Link will be in the description down below. And yeah, what a win, what a result, and up the Vale. Come on.